Hey everyone! What is good? Hopefully you all know who it is. All you gotta do is take a quick peek at my username. Okay, I'll stop being obnoxious. It's Silver Hyena welcoming you all to the impromptu part 3 of this now mini-series. Originally, the little practice sketch and wash was supposed to be in this video, but that would have made it way too long. If you've made it this far, know that I love you from the very bottom of my heart. Share the love, spread positivity, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is a place for creativity and discovering new ideas. So, as stated in the end of part 2, it's time to get seriously sweet. I changed up my original, albeit unfinished concept sketch. While yes, I love the way that one was turning out, I wanted to implement more motion into the design. Many creatures of the sea have very graceful designs. I was thinking about a hybrid of a dolphin and plesiosaur. But did I use reference pictures? Of course not! But I do so love designing frills and fins. You could say it's a hobby of mine. But of course, the magnificent melon dragon can't just be left in the great white void. So a watermelon dragon in the water and painted in watercolors. Mind officially blown. I've mentioned art getting away from you in the past. Well, here it is again. It just sort of took on a life of its own, and while it's not exactly the same as this, overall I'm still very happy with how it came out. I think that my one regret is that the neck isn't quite as long, but I've got this, I'm gonna work with it. I've got this that I still need to finish. And you know what? Gee golly, if I ever feel the desire, I can always try doing this again, maybe on a bigger piece of paper. Who'd have thought? So all is not lost. Anyways, it is time to paint. This was the genuine test. For paints and paper alike. The good news is that these Arteza pan watercolors layer and stack very well. And the Arteza watercolor paper can thankfully take quite a bit of abuse. These paints can also range from being nearly as opaque as gouache to highly translucent, offering a wide variety and range of hues depending on what look you're going for. As usual, I like starting off with a light layer, a nice light wash, and building up those layers as I go along. One of the trickier parts of this piece was keeping the reddish pink from accidentally bleeding into the green. While these colors look fantastic side by side, you're just going to get mud if you intentionally or unintentionally mix them together. And unless you want mud, that's not a good thing. Watercolor can really be a game of patience. Sometimes you're just better off waiting for certain parts of your painting to dry completely before going in to add certain details. Like those pesky but lovely stripes or spots. I've always stated that if you put stripes or spots on anything, add a few extra hours to your work time. And I mean that. Of course, this design has both, because I enjoy artistically challenging. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Challenging. Artistically challenging myself. Speaking of challenging myself, I have very little experience with drawing, or painting for that matter, underwater scenery, or just water in general. Bottom line, water, underwater, and aquatic foliage are not my strong suit. Neither are humanoids, but that's a rant in and of itself for another day. So this was a huge step forward for me, not only as an artist, but as a person as well. It might sound sappy, but it's 100% true. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's never a bad thing to step out of your comfort zone and try new things, even if you're not particularly skilled at it. Hey, how else are you gonna improve? And speaking of improving, how do you think highly skilled artists got that way in the first place? They practiced! They practiced their butts off! Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Take what I'm doing right here, for example. This. A sea dragon. Involving an ocean scene. Based on a fruit. That's new. That's different. Now, some of you may argue, but Silver, it's still a dragon. You're always drawing dragons and other fantasy creatures. Okay, true, fair enough. But if you look at some of my other videos, I've painted with leaves, painted botanicals, something that 15-year-old me would have labeled as a waste of time and resources, turned some Pokemon card tins into watercolor palettes. Trust me, I've stepped out of my comfort zone many, many times. It's why I tried watercolors in the first place. Thus, watercolors ended up becoming one of my favorite mediums. Post below, have you ever stepped out of your comfort zone and discovered one of your favorite things? It doesn't have to necessarily relate to art and art supplies. Please feel free to share. I think after this experience, perhaps I'll look into practicing more water and water scenery, and those before mentioned humanoids. But I digress. I really enjoyed working on this piece, and I'm super happy that I decided to roll with this idea. Perhaps I'll need to do more fruit-themed dragons in the future. Alright, so here we are, finished painting. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun to work on. I know I just keep saying that, but honestly, watercolors are just so much fun. And while these Arteza watercolors, they definitely have their ups and downs, I would recommend giving them a try. What I like about them, I like the colors, the bright, vibrant colors. I mean, look at this. They can go nice, thick, very, very opaque like these swatches here, or you can still get those lovely pastel transparents. I mean, yeah, so if I had to give these paints a numerical rating, I definitely think that a 7 out of 10 would be fair. Now then, that opinion may be subject to change as I try out more brands and as I get more comfortable with the medium. Like, I still consider myself pretty new to watercolor, all things considered. But let me know in the comments, have you ever tried out these paints before? And if so, what did you think about them? Post below, I want to hear what you guys have to say. As you well know from watching this video, I had a delightful experience with these paints. Anyways, I'm afraid that's all for today's video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is Silver Hyena, signing off. Stay creative, everybody. Bye! Wait. Hold it. I realized I had, I had forgotten something. Oh my gosh, I was so excited about the paints, and I thought, okay, I'm done, woohoo! And I forgot something vitally important. Oh my gosh, I feel so silly. Whew. Okay, there we go. Now he looks all shiny and glossy, as a watermelon dragon should. Okay, now it is time to wave goodbye and go get yourself some nice, juicy, delicious watermelon. I mean, that just sounds so good right now. And stay creative. Bye again.